So, welcome to Machinho. Today, we are diving into the world of construction equipment and machinery, and mainly focusing on the highlights, trends, and insights from Intermat 2024 from Paris. And I'm Barbaros, and today joining me, Tobias. Welcome, Tobias.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for
Yeah.
listening to us. I'm very, very excited to share some information with you to our visit at the 2024 Intermat exhibition.
So, I think everybody knows that Intermat is one of the largest exhibitions for construction and infrastructure in Europe and located in Paris. Tobias, can you compare Intermat and his rivals like bauma, or I don't know if you can put Samoter also in the competition? What do you think about this year's Intermat?
To be honest, I was really surprised because I had the feeling that this year's Intermat was really crowded and bigger than I expected it to be. Compared to other exhibition, of course, bauma is the biggest one. Everyone knows bauma. Everybody is at the bauma exhibition. But I expected the Intermat, as it's a more local exhibition, to be much smaller. So I was surprised in a positive way.
But do you speak French? Did you able to find uh, some good
No,
contacts
I,
who you can get? I don't know, maybe a little bit technical conversation. How was the support from the factories or the headquarters?
well, well, of course, as it's a French exhibition, mainly the people there speak French. English is also nice. So I think you can tell also we had pretty good conversations there. Most of the people they were able to speak English. If not, they could get us a colleague. So doesn't matter which brand we visited, we could find someone who speaks pretty decent English and they can give us good information.
Yeah, people were very helpful. Yeah, I also agree with you. But of course, I think that's a typical thing in Intermat. I think if you don't have French, you need to wait a little bit for the support. I think, but that's quite normal, right? That's not a big issue.
That's that's normal now. That's normal, and that's actually something that I expected. I was at the Intermat already before, so back in the time when I was there, I was standing at the booth trying to talk to visitors, but nobody wants to talk to me because I don't speak French. So yeah, it was being at this exhibition as an exhibitor, not speaking French was quite yeah boring, I would
Yeah,
say.
maybe it's a big sign for you as well, right? Maybe you should start learning French.
Maybe. Oh, there's so many things I should learn in my life. Really, there's so many things to learn, which is nice. But yeah, it's not on priority number one to learn French. Before that, there's so many other things I want to do. So yeah,
Okay.
but of course, it would have been helpful at this exhibition. Coming back to the topic, if you go there as a visitor, there's always somebody who can help you. You just have to ask. Yeah.
Of course.
Sometimes the people are a little bit shy to talk English, so just ask and smile, and they will help you anyways.
Yeah. Because I can understand all the technical terms are also quite different. So they cannot they cannot have the confidence to talk with you. You can feel that. But of course, yeah, they did their best, and I think we have enough information from them as well.
Absolutely, I think it was very informative. This exhibition, I liked it a lot.
And what do you think the biggest trend in this exhibition in Intermat 2024? I got some topics like electrification and zero emission. I think this was the one of the most important areas in the exhibition.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Most of the brands exhibited there, they show a lot of zero emission equipment. Um, First of all, electrified equipment. I think that was very, very interesting. Some of them, they really showed a bunch of equipment which was electrified. So yeah, that was
Let
the most interesting point, I guess.
so let's dive to the manufacturers. Uh, I think there are some big brands who are really leading the transition to electric.
Yeah,
First of all,
I think
yeah,
Komatsu was
that was
like,
I was about to mention Komatsu. They showed
yeah,
nearly 30 machines, right?
yeah, yes. It
And
was a very nice and big booth, nice display.
and I think half of them, let's say, 15 of the machines were new electric excavators. Are you impressed by
Yeah,
their motivation for electric?
I was very impressed. I think they hit the spot, and I you can feel that they want to be like ahead of all the other competitors in terms of electrified equipment. If you remember, we had this big area where all the electric machines,
Mhm.
starting from the smallest to the biggest one available, were displayed. They also did a little show. From time to time, they were operating with the machines in front of the visitors. Very interesting here. First thing, when you see construction equipment, when you see an excavator, you expect a noise, right? You expect an engine going, you expect something to be loud. And this was the first thing that was really impressive. It was super silent. There were like five machines running next to each other, and you couldn't hear anything. So
Yeah.
this was crazy. I think this is a game changer in construction. Of course, you will always have noise, but if you do not have engines running, it will take away a lot of that noise,
And no
which is
smoke.
great. And no smoke, of course. You don't have the pollution on the job site, especially for inner city job sites or something. You will have less pollution, you will have less noise. So I think this technology will be great for job sites where you have a lot of population.
So I also agree with you. For Komatsu, I think they know what to do. They already decided which technology is the best option for them for the future. They are committed to the electrical revolution, and they already have lots of different models. Yeah, I think yeah they decided because some other manufacturers, I think we also saw their booths. They still have other options on the table. I can imagine because they are also doing different. They are also working in different kind of job sites. For example,
Hmm.
Liebherr,
Hmm.
they have a big port business. They have lots of mining machines as well, and that's why, of course, they have the electrical options, but they are also exploring the hydrogen and the hybrid systems. Uh,
Yeah.
did you impress about the Liebherr's booth? What do you want to say about that?
So what I think was interesting about the Leaper booth was the variety of different zero emission options they have. They are working with H2 options. They have their own engine produced. So they have a Leaper engine with H2 or H2 driven, which I think is nice. To be fair, they have bigger equipment on the display than Komatsu. Yeah. So it's pretty logic to me that they do not focus on driven machines only.
Yeah,
So
we have a. Mhm, sorry.
they had electric equipment, but it was always not with battery powered. It was with an external battery or external power source. To be fair.
Yeah, so for the port machines, they have the external cable that they
Yeah.
can bring the electric to the machine. And also for the
Yeah.
hydrogen, I think we are going to have a separate video about that hydrogen combustion engine. That's also
Hmm.
on the table. So for the hydrogen, as you know, there are two options: fuel cell, which producing the electricity, and they store it in the batteries, and also old type of hydrogen combustion engine, where they are only changing the fuel of the old type of engines. This is also on the table. So there are different brands. I think JCB is also investing too much, and also some Japanese brands as well. Yeah, there will be different options in the near future, not only
Yeah,
the
but
electrical ones.
Yeah, I can tell the Liebherr guys, they took really much time to introduce us to the technology, to the products. They were introducing and explaining everything in detail to us. So they were, I could say, really proud of their technology and the developments. You could feel
Mhm.
that. Yeah. And yeah, I'm very curious how the future will look here for Liebherr. But I think they are more, let's say, not sure if playful is the right word, but they have more options for zero emissions than other competitors, I would say. They are more open to different solutions.
Yeah, and I think you can easily understand it because you also work for big OEMs. I think they really prepare good for the exhibition. Komatsu guys, Liebherr guys, you can feel that they have some kind of training previously before coming to the exhibition. Did you feel that as well?
Absolutely, yes. The people there, they were super professional, super kind. They knew exactly what to say, who to ask, how to treat us. So of course I can tell they had a good training. I'm coming from that side. I'm a training specialist, as you know. So you could feel that they had good preparation before that exhibition. That's, by the way, a very interesting point because there were other exhibitors where you could feel they had no training or less training before. So
Yeah,
that's a pretty good point.
yeah, we will come to that as well. Yeah. So first, Volvo. Let's finish the electrical ones. And Volvo has a different concept. So they have the 20-ton electrical excavator. Mainly they have demos and prototypes, but that machine is available to the customers right now. But the thing is, it's only available for rental. You cannot buy it. So
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a different mentality, and they are promoting it because they are going to swap the batteries while the machines are on rental. So they don't need to charge super extra cost for the batteries.
Mhm.
Uh,
I
do you
mean,
think
I,
that's a
I
good
think
option?
that's yeah, I think that's pretty smart from Volvo to do it like that because they still own the machine, they rent it to the customer, so they are always close to the equipment. If there's any failure, any error, I mean, it's a new technology, especially to such heavy machines, to such big machines. It's a 20-ton electric excavator. So they could immediately fix any issues. They get all the data from the machines. They don't blame the customer if there is any error to pay for it. They cover the costs and everything. So I think for a new invented technology, I think it's very, very smart to do it like that. If you don't have so much experience, so much knowledge from the past to a technology, it's smart to do it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Of course,
agree.
some customers they want to buy. Sure, they can buy maybe later on, but at the moment, when the equipment is still new technology, there's still things to test. There's still things they know it might have any damage. There might be any problem. It's smart to offer such a rental solution to the customers.
Yeah, I agree. And Caterpillar, so they have the French dealer. The dealer name is quite difficult, so let's say it French dealer. They showcase, yeah, yeah, better not to make mistakes. So they showcase fewer units compared to their rivals, and they also focused on the electric prototypes. And so for the electrical ones, I think yeah, we have seen lots of units similarly. So there is,
Yeah.
I didn't feel that there is something really special about that. But also they show their CAT certified rebuild program. I think that's also interesting. So in this program, the target is to reduce the carbon emission by giving a second life to a machine, and they are using 90% of the parts by weight of the old machine, and they are changing the parts, or how you call it, they are overhauling, right? That's a big overhaul.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
company, this company is completed 30 rebuilds in Belgium and France. And I also asked them what's the price if you compare with the new unit. So the
Mhm.
price is something around 60 or 80% of the new unit, depending on the condition of the used one. Uh, I I think it's a very tricky decision. Instead of giving 100 euro for a new machine, would you rather to give 70 euro and buy a, I don't know, reused machine from this kind of program? What do you think about this issue?
I mean, there's different perspectives to that topic, right? If you have an operator who is working with that machine for 20 years already, it's always, sorry to say it like that, a pain in the ass if he has to be introduced to new equipment. He has to learn everything new, all the functions, how to use it. So I am sure there is a bunch of operators who will be super happy if their old equipment gets overhauled and they can use it for another 10 to 20 years. Everything
Really?
is brand new on that machine. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's operators who really like their equipment.
but think about the new technology. In the new machines, you have lots of new fancy levers, controls. Maybe
Yeah.
but do you think that they are also changing the controls and the levels? I'm not sure.
They added, if you want, I think they add technologies. Yeah. You can add telematic systems on that overhauled equipment. Yeah, I saw that.
Hmm.
But if the machine works, why not? Why not do the overhaul? And also looking at the numbers, they say they reuse 90% of the parts in terms of the weight, of course, because construction equipment is mainly steel, and
Yeah.
steel is expensive. So I think this is also interesting. If you look at another perspective, some equipment which was very popular with the customers cannot be produced anymore for any let's say new laws or whatever. There's new conditions the manufacturers they have to fulfill when they design new equipment. So the machines, the products, they are forced to change, and during that change, some of the products they just fall out of the
Production line.
production line exactly because of any more or less smart reason.
No,
I
no,
I wanted to say stupid,
I
but
totally understand because you know the Fagele pavers now they are producing Dash 5 series, but I
yeah,
think if you go to South Asia, people will die for the Dash 2 series still.
yes, there's so many examples. There's so many examples from different manufacturers. I have a big hum background. I've spent there a
Yeah,
couple of years,
couple
16 in total.
of.
Yeah, yeah, a couple of part of my life, and I can tell the Series 3000 was brilliant machine. Not saying the new machines are not good, but this one was super popular with the customers. They love it. So it's the same thing. The used equipment price is still very high. So if there will be an option where you can get your used old machine completely refreshed, why not? I'm sure a lot of customers would take that option. So back to Caterpillar and this program they have. I think it's nice and it's a smart offer to the customers. Not sure how many customers will really invest 60 to 80% compared to new equipment to the old ones to get them refreshed. But I think the offer is nice. The thought behind it is nice. Um, yeah, not
Yeah,
not bad.
I think the other OEMs should copy this, especially if they have a very popular old machine. Yeah, people love to invest to use that machine maybe more years, right? Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a
there's
very good
there's
idea.
also there is also companies which offer this, but it's mainly third-party suppliers and not the OEMs
Yeah, of course.
doing that overhaul. For compactors and for rollers, for example, there is companies offering to overhaul your old equipment. And
Yeah.
some customers, they do that. They invest it. They even put a stage 5 engine in all the frames. That's
Yeah.
also something they do. So back to that, I think it's nice. Why not?
Okay. And, okay. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you found this discussion for Intermat insightful. And stay tuned for the second episode because we will have another episode about Intermat. And again, thank you very much, Tobias. Do you want to add something?
Yes, Barbaros, you're welcome. I want to add, if there's any questions or comments, feel free to add a comment. We are happy to answer your questions, and we are very happy to know your opinion about our discussion. Thank you very much.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. See you next time.
We hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please click the like button and subscribe for more reviews. Thanks for watching.